says, oh, hey, I love you, I want to be with you, but I can't be with you because they use their children as an excuse.
The problem is that he's with both the wife and the girlfriend. He uses the children as the excuse of why he needs to be like that, quote unquote.
She knew about the marriage. She knew we were married. We were still living together and we had children, but she was still messing around.
So trust has been broken. And in order for you guys to rebuild trust, so my question is he willing to do whatever it takes to build that trust back or not?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, good, how are you guys?
Good. Thanks for calling in. How can we help?
No, it's
I
okay.
want to when a man is says, oh, hey, I love you, I want to be with you, but I can't be with you because they use their children as an excuse. To not make the story so long, basically, I was dating this person. I promise I'm not a homewrecker. He was single when I was dating him.
Yeah.
But then I found out that he was with both of us at the same time. But now that I've left, it's not about you. It's about my daughter and her growing up with the family. And making a whole bunch of excuses. Do you think, how do I know, if he's for real, or should I just completely block him and just leave it at that?
I mean, okay, so we need a little bit of context.
Yeah.
So how long have you been dating him?
Hey guys, we have amazing news. We're on Minect, an app that allows you guys to book a call with us completely anonymous and completely private. We get a lot of messages that you guys want to reach out to us privately without any other exposure on social media. So this app allows you guys to book a call with me or Espe, whether it's by text, video response, or even a one-on-one Zoom call. So click the first link in the bio, download Minect, and book your call today.
3 years.
So let me see if I understand. You've been with him 3 years. He has a family, kid. He was single. You were together.
No.
Now who left
Yeah.
who? He left you or you left him?
I left him because I said, hey, I don't want to deal with this. Just
What don't you
know,
want to
just
deal
go back
with?
to-
That
Deal
he
with what?
He doesn't want to...
Wait, why did you leave him?
I left because I felt like I was being put into a triangle in a way. So I was like, okay, I have to go. But now he's saying oh, don't do that. It's not about you. It's about the baby and her having her mom and her dad. He's like, I don't even see her with love. I'm just with her for the baby. So he's like, can we at least be friends? And I'm like, I don't know. I
Okay.
feel like that's really messed up.
So you didn't like the aspect of co-parenting with the ex-wife?
The problem is that he's with both the wife and the girlfriend.
He said, yeah.
Okay.
And she
He's
didn't
like,
know.
oh,
He uses the children as the excuse of why he needs to be like that, quote unquote. Right?
yeah. He basically used his daughter as an excuse and was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you. He's like, I just had no choice. I felt stuck. If you were in my position, you would do the same thing. He's like, please
Yeah.
understand me. I didn't know what to do because she also has a lot of issues and stuff. So he's like, well, she got kicked out of her house. He didn't have anywhere to go. He just made, he has, his reasonings are really strong and I understand. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, is that even worth it?
I come from a divorced parent. Once you have a kid with someone and it doesn't work out with that person, you're going to have to deal with that person for a big chunk of your life. So I do get the fact when he says that he does have to have a relationship with the mom. But I think he's really crossing the lines and crossing the boundaries in the sense that having a relationship with your kid's mom or dad, let's say that you guys didn't work out, does not mean that it's romantic or that there's boundary closed. No, you're they become the partner of your business that you still have to respect. You
Right.
need to have boundaries. There's no sexual interaction, you
Right.
know, and financially, I have seen a lot of couples that they do help the other spouse financially because of the kid, because maybe the kid is living with the mom or stuff like that. But what you're telling me that your ex or partner was doing is completely unacceptable in my point of view. There is no way, shape, or form that in any way you have told me you should be with someone who doesn't give you the priority to be the only person that he's with, unless you guys agreed that you can be with different people. No, you should be the only one and he should respect you, and kids or no kids, it's unacceptable. So I think you made the right decision.
Yeah, I definitely think that you gotta walk away from that.
Yeah.
You gotta walk away from that.
Let me tell you something, and I say this to all the girls. You will never be in the wrong for respecting yourself, loving yourself, and valuing yourself. Regardless of the situation you're in, regardless how long you've been dating someone,
That's good.
choosing yourself, to take care of your health, your mental health, your emotional health, is always the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think the situation as a whole is not good for you. You know, I don't know how old you are. You sound young,
Yeah.
you know.
How old are you?
I'm 23. He's 27.
You're how old?
23.
23 and he's 27.
No, you have your whole
You're in
life
your
ahead
prime.
of you. Yes.
You're in your prime.
Yes.
You're in your prime.
Don't waste your time, love.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that dating a guy with kids is a bad thing. There are a lot of great guys who, you know, their marriage didn't work out. They have kids. You can be a great stepmom. People can be great stepdads. But in this situation, there's no positives.
He's got kids. He's a cheater and he's broke. At least get you a cheater that has money and
No,
you
babe. That doesn't work either.
O sea, pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? You got you had the whole package, but in the wrong.
But
And then I just have one last question.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. When they split, I was like, I'm going to take my car because it's my car. I was like, hey, I'm going to take my car. Like, there's no reason for you to have it. I
Okay.
pay for it. And then he's like, no, think of my daughter. Like, she needs the car.
excuse
I need
me?
the car to pick her up. I need the car to get to work.
Oh, my
And I was like,
God.
okay, fine. First, I was like, no. And then I kept changing my mind because I'm like, does he really deserve it? And then, so I just let him keep it. Like, you guys think I
No.
should keep it?
Oh.
You let him
Yeah.
keep your car?
Yeah, and then I ended up taking the bus and stuff because I was like, okay, well, he's right. His daughter needs it in order for them to get
Oh,
around.
No,
my
no,
God.
no, 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 no,
But
no.
it's gotten stolen twice.
Are you gonna
So
get
I'm
your
like,
car back?
No,
Are you?
that's my
Have you
time to
gotten
take it
your
back.
car back? Have you gotten your car back?
Well, right now it's the second time it got stolen, so I don't know if that's a sign for like me to get it back. The first time I was the one who had to pay for them to fix it because he didn't have the money.
Wow.
So
No,
it wasn't.
no, no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
get to
no.
keep it. Yeah, it was just bad.
No, this guy is completely
How-
using you and manipulating you.
How did you fall for this?
He
must
would
have.
like get violent. He'd be like,
Oh,
this is my
no.
car. I'm going to keep it. He'd be like, I'm going to keep your car. Like, I don't care. This is my car.
Is he
You know,
also
it was
violent
never-
with you?
Yeah.
No, amor.
Wow.
No, amor.
Tremendo.
No. You need to. Okay.
Wow.
I don't know how you're gonna get your car back. Honestly, I can't give you any advice because I've never been in a situation like that. But you need to stay away from someone that toxic.
Bro.
You really do. You're too young to be going through all
Is-
of this.
is he
You're
good-
way too young.
There's no good qualities in him.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a
taking his
smooth
way, that's
talker.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but that's called manipulation.
but that goes away. O sea, that goes away. If he has to depend on your car, I don't care how smooth you are with your
Yeah.
words. You can be as smooth criminal. I'll be completely turned off if I was a chick. If my guy needs my car, he won't give it back, and then on top of that, he's a cheater, has a kid, and abuses. You need
Yeah.
to block him, block the ex, block the kids. You have to have a complete 180 shift because it seems like you have a bond or some sort of
An attachment.
that
Trauma
of
bond.
a traumatic experience and you're bound to that. I feel like there's an attachment there that you can't let go of.
Yeah.
So you need to be completely radical about it.
Thank you guys so much. I
No,
appreciate
thank you.
it.
And
Thank
we
so
wish you the best
Yeah.
and be strong, love. Be strong. You're worth it. So
Thank
be
you.
strong.
much.
Okay.
It's time to get out of this. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
I've known my husband since we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
While I was pregnant, I found him talking to someone else. She knew about the marriage. She knew we were married. We were still living together, and we had children.
Mm-hmm.
But she was still messing around, and they were, I don't know. I think they were both at fault. Of
Yeah.
course, he was at fault. He owed me the respect. So I don't know. What do you guys like? I'm trying to save the marriage, and
I can't tell you, oh, dump him, he messed up, because we actually have a lot of friends who get restored after cheating, I just think it has to do with how you feel about the situation. Like, do you still love him? Do you see it? O sea, your situation is hard, right? Because he broke your trust. Like, are you willing to go through that process of rebuilding that trust? Are your feelings towards him still there?
So trust has been broken. And in order for you guys to rebuild trust, he's going to have to go through, trustworthy behaviors and doing things that he wouldn't normally needed or had to do prior to cheating to earn your trust back. So if that means for you to have access to his emails, phone, social media, whatever it is, it's all fair game for you guys to rebuild that trust. So my question is he willing to do whatever it takes to build that trust back or not?
He's been doing that. Like, and I'll be honest, I don't check.
Okay,
I
good.
don't want to check. That's me not having peace of mind.
No,
So
but
But do
the way
you
Are you-
believe him?
I use that as an example, but there still has to be any trustworthy behaviors that you need and that you need to communicate with him. Maybe it's not checking phone. Maybe that's not going to do it for you, but maybe it's other areas for you that you need to communicate to him so you can start to feel more at ease and earn his trust back. Trust is earned. It's not given. We all need to earn each other's trust.
Yeah.
And so that when you earn something, the key word is you have to work at it.
Yeah.
For you to earn money, you need to work for the money. Same thing, for you to earn trust, you need to work for the trust. It's not just going to be free given. So when I say that, as you know, most people, when it's a breach of trust like that, they want to check emails and things like that. But you know, in your case, it's different, right?
Or
I'm not
it
saying
could
that.
be like letting them know, like, oh, hey, I'm leaving work,
Whatever,
or I'm
yeah.
here. Like, trust has to do with a lot of areas. But I think that like you guys would both benefit from maybe doing couples therapy, because right now you both have like
True.
there's a hurt, like you have hurt. So you do need a professional to guide you guys. You know, I do therapy. Like normal people do therapy. Most people will benefit from doing therapy. Like
Yeah.
I know maybe there's like a taboo around it, but it's actually pretty healthy. So if you guys do therapy together, you can kind of take a step back of why he felt he needed to cheat. Did he feel like maybe there was something missing? You know, because there's a lot of aspects of why people decide to do what they do. So I think couples therapy would be great for you guys to like decipher, like go back into everything, and you guys can heal like together. Because at the end of the day, yeah, he's the one who did wrong, but you both have to do changes and heal together to get this new relationship going again. Like you have to unite again. I mean, you have two choices. Either you give up on him and you decide, okay, I don't want to be with this person anymore, which is totally acceptable. You just have to choose which heart you want to do. Do you want to choose the heart of going through this process with your husband of restoration, or you want to go through the heart of you being single and maybe finding yourself again? But both situations are hard. You just have to choose which one you want to do.
I do see it that way. One of my friends also told me. So my kids are one day gonna grow up and they're gonna build their family.
Yeah.
But if I teach my friends that it's okay to disrespect and accept someone to disrespect them, they're gonna do that to their wife.
Which heart are you trying to choose? You're going to choose the heart to stay or the heart to go?
When this happened, I was checking his phone and everything, but I was going to a psychologist, and the thing, I just started to realize that I needed peace for myself, and that's not having peace, having to check someone 24/7.
Yeah. If you can trust him again, you know, if you can find yourself to trust him again and rebuild that trust, then I see it very difficult that you will be completely happy in that relationship. As women, oh, men cheat. No, it's not normal for your man to cheat. You know, for you to pull your pants down, you had to know that you're pulling your pants down. Okay? You have to know that every time, don't laugh, babe. Every time
I
a
like
guy
that. I like that.
pulls his pants down and he's in a relationship and he has a family, he has to know that by pulling his pants down, he's destroying his family. Okay? So to me, that is unacceptable. But there's people who get restored. We've had friends who've gotten restored and they're better than ever.
Hopefully that helps.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And-
wish you guys the best. You know, at some point we will have resources for you guys.
Yeah.
For now, just hang it, you know, be patient with us, subscribe on YouTube, but we will have some resources for you guys
Yeah.
to get some help, okay? We're working on that.
Thank you, guys. God bless you guys.
God
Okay.
bless
God
you.
bless. Thank you.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, and
Thanks for
you?
calling.
I've been in a relationship for 4 years with my boyfriend, and on Thursday he told me that he has some healing to do, and that lately he's been feeling like he's been a cold person, and that he doesn't like know how to love me. But then he says that he's in love with me and I'm the girl that he wants to be with for the rest of his life. And I'm just confused. So he did have a high school relationship
Okay.
for a while, and she did end up cheating on him with his best friend.
Oosh.
And then they broke up, and he was single for like 2 years or so. And then we met, and then we've been together since then. At the beginning, it was challenging because he didn't trust me.
Yeah.
So it took some time for him to gain my trust, and then we never had any trust issues since then. It's, we've been so good. And, then Thursday he tells me like that he never healed from that.
Sebas is like, I think he's a little more skeptic, but I do think that when you get cheated on, like it is like something that damaged you, even if it doesn't matter what sex it is, getting cheated on is still very painful, it's very traumatic, it's very, the person is broken.
I told him, I was like, if you need some space, like if you need some, we do live together. So I was like, if you need some space, like I would move out and give you the space that you need or the healing that you need. He's kind of like, I want you, like I want you to be in my life. And he like, it's just so confusing because I tell him like, okay, like I'll leave, like I'll give you the space, but then he doesn't want me to leave. So it's like, like I'm just so confused.
Yeah,
like what to do.
I think he's confused too.
There could be a couple of reasons why a guy would behave like this. I don't buy it. 3 years ago, he got cheated on. Now he's trying to do healing 3 years later. I don't buy it. Either he lost interest in you or he likes somebody else. That's why I asked you. Or you did something, like maybe you talked to another guy or one of your friends that's a boy, a male.
So when we did started talking, he told me from the start, I'm not ready for a relationship.
Okay.
And I guess I guess we were just so in the moment that we're like let's just be together. Like we were, like he did tell me from the start, like he's like, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, I'm not ready to commit. Like we still went for it, we still went for it, and it's been great. And I feel like maybe now he's just coming into realization. Like I don't know. Like,
well, I'm just gonna give it to you quick and simple.
Yeah.
Regardless of if he's saying the truth or if he's not saying the truth, I don't think that you should be with someone who's not 100% sure and committed to you. That's it. Like Sebas thinks the guy is like talking crap.
Yeah.
Sorry to say it. And I guess I'm a little more compassionate. So I'm like, maybe this guy went through a lot. He hasn't healed. But whatever the reason may be, you cannot be in a relationship with someone who is not committed to you. You get me? So he's telling you, leave, I need my space, but then come back. No, you cannot have a double-minded man to be in a relationship with. Like, double-minded men should not be in a committed relationship. They need to be one woman, one-minded. So if he's not sure, then you need to...
I will break up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he doesn't want to be with... If he tells me, I don't want to be with you, then break up with him. He doesn't want to be with you.
Well, I told him, I was like, okay, like, I'll leave. But then he's like...
Yeah,
he's kind of like, I still want you in my life.
Double-minded.
No, because the comfort level. You probably cook, clean, help him around the house, serve him. You do wifey things. So he's comfortable. You guys live together. How long you been living together?
We've been living for 3 years.
Right.
Yeah,
so
there's a routine.
He's comfortable. The routine. He's used to having you there, serving him, helping him out. That's why he wants to let go. He doesn't want to let go of that. But it seems to me like he's just not interested anymore. And then he can hide himself in the excuse of, oh, I need to get over healing. I don't buy it at all.
I mean,
I'm a guy. I'm a dude.
I mean, I try to be compassionate.
Wait.
Maybe he's going.
I'm a
through
guy,
stuff.
babe. I'm a guy. So we know we can tell things. We can tell girls so many things. But in reality, the truth is we're just not interested anymore, or we have somebody else, or whatever. You know what I mean? A guy will tell a girl a million things to sleep with her, and will tell him a million things to not be with her. Oh, I'm not interested anymore. It's not you, it's me.
He tells me, he's like, I just think you deserve the best. Like, you are the greatest girl that's ever happened to me. Like, you're so loyal and you're this. And like, I don't want to be selfish and like keep you here with me when I feel like you deserve better than what I could give you.
Regardless if he's saying the truth
or not, you can't
cannot be with someone who's
Correcto.
not sure about you. That's the bottom line. Like, you need someone who's committed to you as much as you're committed to them.
Yeah.
So let's say he's saying the truth. Let's say he's not. You
Doesn't
need
matter.
someone who's committed to you and who's not, like, you're not an option. Like, you cannot be a man's option. You have to be the option, not an option.
All right. So
Yeah.
hopefully that helps. But I can't
Thank you so much.
I can't tell
Yeah.
you what he's feeling or not. I don't buy it. Espe wants to be more compassionate, but Espe's correct. Whether I buy it or not, whether it's true or not, you can't be in a relationship with a guy like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes completely sense.
So with
Yeah.
that, we're gonna
Okay.
move
Thank
on
you
to the
so
next
much
one.
for your help.
We wish you
You
the
got
best.
it. Wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Keep doing what you guys do.
Thank you.
you.
Bye bye.
So I just started dating this girl, and I'm the type of person who's gonna very clean and organized. She's
Messy.
not that type,
Damn.
and so I don't know what your advice would be for.
Are you living with her?
Yes, we're living together.
Yeah. Oof. I mean,
How messy is she though?
how messy is
yeah,
she?
how bad is it?
So once I kind of organize everything, like
Yeah.
she's not bad, but then she kind of starts like leaving stuff around, and
You get
Like it
triggered.
just
I'm
bothers me a
I'm getting
little.
triggered by listening to that. I feel like couples, you usually find someone who's really the opposite of you. In our case, I'm super organized, like a little bit OCD, and Sebas is really like messy. O sea, I'm sorry, baby. I'm not trying to put you out
I'm
there.
used to it. I'm used to it now.
Yeah, you're used to I'm not trying to put you out there, but definitely when because we dated for 6 years, you know, I knew he was messy because every time I would go into his apartment, he had like a little studio. That thing was a disaster. It like there were piles of clothes. The kitchen was dirty. Everything was dirty. And I'm like, oh, but maybe it's because he's alone. You know, he's working. You know. So I thought that once we got married, you know, he was gonna be organized, and was I wrong? So this is my suggestion. Like, I mean, definitely I would never break up with Sebas because he's messy, but we've had to like communicate about it. You know, I tell him, Bebe, do not leave your wet towel on the bed. Bebe, when you take off your clothes, put them in the hamper. You know, when you use a new pair of shoes, put them back in their place. And let me tell you that it's been a very slow burn, but I've seen some improvement. But it has been a very slow burn. That's all I can say. So here we have the guilty person. Bebe, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really hard to change bad habits. You know, bad habits die hard. So I'm working on it. I'm getting more organized. But definitely, it's something that, you know, a lot of couples go through, and it's usually one or the other. I've rarely seen two organized people in a relationship. I guess is the life you chose, my friend.
Yeah.
This is the life you chose.
O sea, I can promise you she's gonna change because I've been with Sebas. It's gonna be 7 years next year. 7.
I mean, it's really all about compromise. You know, you want to keep the peace in the house. So I do put my part as much as I can. I just have the bad habit tendency of leaving the towel or, you know, leaving things around misplaced. So, but it is about compromise.
Have you talked to her? Have you told her?
Yeah, I've talked to her a little bit about it, and then like she does well for a while, but then she
2 days.
just goes back. Like I have a full-time job, like a part-time job. I have like Airbnbs,
Oh,
and I have another
congrats.
business. So I'm like extremely busy, but I still make time to kind of
Yeah.
clean the dishes.
Something that I think that maybe you can tell your girlfriend is that I tell Sebas all the time, like, to me, it's not just about having like, being clean, but I think it's very mental as well. Like, for me to have things in order, give me peace mentally. I don't know if you feel like that.
I think Gretchen Rubin, I don't know if you guys know her, she says like outer order, inner peace. Like
Yes.
if there's order in your life,
Yeah.
then you're going to have like that mental peace, just because like sometimes we're not conscious of like little things. It might not like bother us at the moment, but then like if we see it like every day, it's like a mosquito bite.
Yeah, exactly. So I've had to tell Sebas, like, Bebe, like, you have to understand that this is not just me, like, being, you can call it like anal, like in the sense that, oh, I want everything to look perfect. It's just that it literally bothers me when things are out of order. Like, it bothers me.
Yeah.
And I told him the perfect example because I remember an episode from Big Bang Theory that they made this guy wear a really itchy sweater so he could understand why the roommate felt uncomfortable when he did things that the roommate didn't like. And I told him, Bebe, like, when you leave your stuff all messy and you're not organized, it's like I'm wearing an itchy sweater, you know, that I can't control. And you need to understand that this is a side of me that you need to work on.
Have you guys talked about like who does what in the house? Like who doing the dishes, who's doing the cleaning, who's doing the cooking, who's doing this?
We kind of have talked about it, but she left for London for her brother's wedding, and then she started like 2 new jobs. We kind of had a plan at the beginning, but then we haven't had the time to kind of go over like, okay, how are we gonna split chores?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Like, that's one way to go about it is you have a list of chores, the things that need to get done around the house, things that are essential for you and for her, and then split the work or figure it out amongst you guys.
Yeah.
You know, that maybe helps
Right.
have more accountability
Yeah.
versus like one day you're complaining about dishes, the other day you're complaining about the towel, one day you're complaining about here. Maybe it's just like, hey, we're just gonna stick to these, 3 things,
Yeah.
and then just work on that. So like narrow it down a bit more, that it becomes easier and more practical.
At the end of the day, this is all about, once again, communication and compromising with your partner. There's a lot of things that I have that Seas doesn't have, that maybe he gets bothered that I do.
And we all have to do things we don't want to do
Yeah,
or like
all
to
the
do.
time.
That's
all
normal.
the time, yeah.
That's normal. So it's just communication, man.
Yeah, just keep talking to her.
But I
know?
will tell you that for the most part, good relationships I've seen, they complement each other in different skills. Like either one cleans and whatever, or one knows how to cook, one doesn't know how to cook. One's a morning person, one's a night person, one is creative, one is more logical,
Yeah.
one is introvert, one is extroverted. Like that's how me and Espe are.
Yeah, we're complete opposites.
We are opposite, and we complement each
Yeah.
other in our skill sets.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What are
just
we-
hang in there, man.
Just hang in there.
Yeah,
But
and-
I feel you. I will be praying for you.
Thank you so much. Igualmente.
Igual que
All right,
tengas buen
brother.
día.
Have a good day.
Bye.